Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host, SirToshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block, on a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At InChain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts, basically ones that can run operating systems. That's basically all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. Hey guys, it looks like we are live. We are on fire, as they say. River, are you there? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me, Tosh?
I can indeed. I can. I was a bit quick off the draw there. I even started the actual show before the intro had even finished. Rock and roll. Let's get on with this.
I wonder, can they? Because I can't pull up. I've got the thing open, but I can't see the video.
If you let me think. So, can you see my screen sharing in Hangouts?
No, I can see you in the Google.
In the Google, in YouTube.
Yeah, I can see. But the YouTube is not giving me a video. It says an error, playback error.
Oh, if you just click refresh, top left, it will come up.
I did. A million times. That's weird. Can you guys see the video? Are you in the comments? Can you see us?
Yeah. We've got 6 people watching, so it says, and even though we've got low output, it still looks like we are streaming. We are live.
How bizarre that I can't see the video. Anyway, doesn't matter. I can see you in the Google chat. So hello, everyone.
Yeah. River, tell everybody where you've been and how you doing. It's been ages.
It has been ages. When was the last time we did a video, Toshi?
Well, it was Bitcoin Bits, wasn't it? Yonks ago now. I mean, like talking about a day feeling like a week feeling like a month, and a month and a year.
Since the last CoinGeek conference, isn't it? Has it really been that long since basically the conference?
Well, I mean, there's so much going on. like you know, this Bitcoin part of my life that started back in 2017. Like these last 3 years, when people say, "What have you been doing?" I think of it in terms of a Bitcoin calendar. You know, it's like, when did that happen? Like, you know, when was the first split? Then, you know, when was the hash war? And like, you know, when was Tulip Tuesday? And when was the D-List BSV campaign and all that stuff? Honestly, that's how I measure things out.
Oh my gosh, this year has been mental. Like, I don't know how, like, wow, so much has happened this year. Everything's shut down. The world's gone absolutely mental. How are you surviving the quarantine?
Well, I got one of my Bitcoin BSV masks through from ZeroConf the other day, so I'm chuffed to bits with that. You know, I got it through the post. I was like, yes!
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but it's got Bitcoin BSV written on it. Do you know what I mean? If I'm going to go out looking stupid, you know, I may as well go out, you know, promoting something that I'm passionate about. give me a
Is it
purpose.
actually mandatory there in the UK though?
So it's like this. It's shops put in the window. Please wear a mask.
And if you don't, what do they do?
If you're going into an eatery like a restaurant or a Starbucks, obviously it's not practical for you to be sipping your coffee and eating your food with a mask over your face. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they always say, if you're eating in and drinking in, then you don't have to wear a mask. But if you're just sort of like going in to collect something, can you,
right,
just like...
So if you're eating...
Ooh, don't say that word on here, jeepers. Do you know what I mean? Got Big Brother listening. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I get paranoid about it. I call it, C19. Yeah, that's...
and since your YouTube channel got deleted, got removed, didn't it? What happened there?
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Stupid YouTube.
Luckily somebody was lucky enough to donate me their channels, which is why it's Bitcoin SV TV now, and I'm just hosting it.
Okay,
that's good enough for me. But talking about talking about the politics of the situation, I went to a sort of trendy bar the other day, and these days you have to book to go in. And,
you have to book the hour that you're going to arrive there.
Yeah. And so the guy said, have you booked? And we were like, no. And he goes, all right, well, let me just see if there's a table. Luckily there was one. And then he was just like, right, well, if you're in a group, only 2 of you can get up and order at the bar, at once. And it's just like usual, distances between it. And I thought, actually, to be honest with you, what they're doing is just making society more orderly. So rather than... it just means that, on a Friday and a Saturday night when loads of douchebags will be going out, getting in drunken bar fights and stuff like that, which massively overloads the National Health Service where we are, that is now no longer happening. And the political situation is what they're using to implement it. So I was just like, actually, I can see this working. It's like a cover story. Do you know what I mean? But I think But it's actually, where we are, I'm just like, actually, there's no drunken idiots going out, stabbing themselves in the head with a pencil, on a Friday night and using up the health service for no reason. And then there's no fights at the bar because nobody's falling over themselves trying to get the attention of the bar staff. It's civil. And the music is turned down a bit so we can actually have a good conversation. And I actually quite enjoyed it. Maybe I'm just getting old. Do you know what I mean?
You hear first that Toshi is all up in the hills with the oppression. He loves it. He's all for the oppression.
Yeah, but I can see. Yeah, but what I think they're going to do is they're going to implement it, and then when they lift it, people will just be used to acting civil. That's what I think. But what was funny is when we were at this bar, there was I've noticed that females seem to be far more proactive in socializing. Lads are just like, look, I'll get a pizza and chips at home, can't be bothered going out, whatever. Whereas girls are just like, no, we're having a ladies' night out, we're going to get all dolled up, we're going to have a good time. And you could see there was this group of about 12 girls round a table, and you're all dolled up to the nines, and you could see just a few of them.
But wait a minute, isn't there a maximum of 2 people or 4 people that are allowed to sit together? Isn't these part of these new rules of oppression where you can't be in a group of bigger than so many people?
I don't know.
Especially without any mask, social distancing. Toshi, you're not being a good compliant. You're not compliancing.
I am. I'm compliancing. But my point was these girls where you could see them kind of looking around and I was just like, they are sharking. They are hunting for males. The male species looking to procreate, and this social distancing is preventing it. So I was just wow, there's going to be a lot of sexually frustrated ladies after this lockdown,
Tosh, did you use any of those dating apps? What are they called? The Tinder and the Bumble and the whatever else?
I have used them in the past. Not that I'm desperate or anything.
I was having a dinner. This is totally not Bitcoin related. I'm sorry, Terry.
We'll turn it on to Bitcoin. There's always a way of turning it around.
Yeah. Do you know I downloaded one. I was with a girlfriend and we were having a couple of drinks and she's telling me all about these. She's flicking through Tinder and I'm like, oh my God, how can you go on that thing? Anyway, so she got me to download it and I made a quick profile and I did it and I like, there was, oh my gosh, hideous people on there. Anyway, so I ended up finding like a couple of like, okay, decent looking ones. And then as soon as you get like the match thing, I went into the comments and I'm like, what is your opinion on masks? And all the commies get blocked immediately.
Good, great.
The commies don't even get a chance.
Oh my! Well, I mean, politics is not usually the best way to open up a light-hearted conversation. Do you know what I mean?
It's okay. I've deleted that app since. I don't like it. It's not cool.
Like, oh crikey! What Democrat or Republican, Conservative or Labour? Like, what tall are you? How tall are you? Have you had your genetics, your genes mapped out yet?
What is your opinion on masks? You mask commie, I'll block you.
Oh my. That's harsh. That's harsh.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like most lads are just like, look, kindly just like give me a chance,
Nah. Some of them are really sneaky about it too. They ask me, because there's this option on one of the apps where you like send a it's like a poll almost, and you both have to give the answer before the answer is revealed. And then I sent this thing, and then the guy replied, he's like, oh, why can't I see your answer? Like, I sent it already, but he didn't really send it.
Huh.
And then, so like, I told him my answer, and he's like, oh yeah, that's my answer too. I'm like, block. Like, where are your own opinions? Where are these men with their own opinions? My goodness.
Yeah, but this is it. Like, dating is, I view dating as a bit like trying to pick a lock. You've got to get the combination just right,
It's not, I don't believe in this, like, dating. Well, it works for some people, awesome. But you know what? Like, you got to have the connection in person. You can't see anything over a text message or anything. It's got to be like, there's got to be something like a spark. I don't know. Maybe I'm just.
Well, saying that, I have had two remarkable experiences on Tinder, but one of them, this girl was like great chat, witticisms, really funny, and I was just like, hold on a minute, like, this is too good to be true. Like, what is going on here? When you just sort of spidey sense starts tingling, and it's like, hold on a minute, the banter's there, and it's really funny. I was just like, this is too good, because like if somebody's been that witty and funny to you, it's like, hold on a minute. There is no way someone with your wit and humour, should be single. And then sure enough, within
what's wrong with you?
within like a day or two, she was just like, oh, can you buy me this and send me that? And I was just like, oh my God. Like, seriously? And I was just like, what? Do you not have this where you are? So that sort of like made me skeptical, and then I don't know, probably maybe about a year
so now
later.
We need like a Bitcoin dating app, right? So this is how we're going to bring it back to Bitcoin somehow.
Yeah,
Bitcoin dating.
I honestly think that is the best way forward. That's going to be something that you've got in common. Do you know what I mean?
And it can be like underneath, like linked by identity somehow, but it's not revealing identity, but still like you're a verified identity somehow underneath the hood. Like, it's all legit. It's not like some scammer, and the scammer can be flagged and they can't go like and be a repeat offender. Oh, well,
totally. And will also, Bitcoin brings economic prosperity to one and all, which makes people far more relaxed. They're not going to be stealing money all the time, because it's just like, well, everybody's value is going to be increasing, and suppliers of goods and services will be competing to say, look, buy my good now, because they get more value for money if they sell it today rather than tomorrow when the price starts zooming up.
And then the intro question will start to be like, what year did you get into Bitcoin?
Yes.
It's like anything after.
Yeah. Exactly.
No.
Yeah. Are you a Bitcoin OG? You have to, one of the, after you've sort of like maybe been in a relationship for like 2 or 3 years and you're getting serious, then it's got to be like, right, how many Bitcoin you got? If you've got the same as me, then we're good.
Oh,
show me
my
your.
goodness.
I'll show you my private keys if you show me yours.